and see the benefits.
There you go. Okay, well, guess what? Guess what time it is? It's today's special time. We have two big ones to share with you right now by Andrew Lessman. Let's check it out. Oh, it's going to be fun. We have two fantastic choices in a today's special for you today. Right now, you are looking at the ultimate Friendly Flora. You're going to learn all about Friendly Flora today because a lot of us, we understand the importance of taking it. A lot of you might be taking it and you might not even be taking the right one. This is the Friendly Flora you want to be taking. I'll show you the value because we have an incredible value on this. Each capsule has 25 billion colony-forming units in each little capsule. So let me show you right away what the choices are: a 30, a 60, a 120, or a 270. Simple as that. You choose the size. Here's the pricing today. Normally we do 270 caps for $199.90. Today it's $100 off. That is so exciting. $100 off.
But
Look,
there's another chart we have that compares, that shows a lot of folks take our regular Friendly Flora, and that's comparing it if you were using our regular Friendly Flora, because this is 5 times the potency.
Got it.
So if you were achieving these levels, that's why we made this product, because people were taking multiple capsules. So if you were taking multiple capsules of our Friendly Flora, the savings isn't $100, the savings is $274.
Right, I see.
So we introduced Ultimate Friendly Flora just a few years ago because folks were taking multiple capsules. Our original formula was high potency at 5 billion. This is ultra high potency at 25 billion colony-forming units per capsule. So this is ultra high potency and the ultimate way to get all those ingredients in terms of savings, in terms of stability, in terms of benefit. It doesn't require refrigeration. This is one of those products that took probably the longest of any product I've ever made to develop, because we had to not only find the proper strains, like the proper species of Friendly Flora to put in the product, but we had to make sure that they would be stable in the bottle, not require refrigeration, because that's not practical for most of us, and that also, once you take them, they do their job and repopulate your body. And that's exactly what this does. And what's fascinating isn't so much the benefits. If you watch television or read magazines and you see all the advertising for probiotics for a Friendly Flora product, it looks like they're promoting a drug or a medicine with all the claims they make. And certainly, this is an inextricable, an inseparable part of our digestive system, an inseparable part of our immune system. But I think all of these folks do these ingredients a disservice when they just focus on the benefits. Because if you focus on what they are, I think it's so fascinating that you'd never, ever, ever want to be without them. Which, first of all, as a species, humanity has never been without them. These are as much a part of us as the cells in our body. But unfortunately, we don't live as we used to live. We don't eat food as it comes out of nature. We're not walking on dirt. We're not walking barefoot. We're not exposed to nature. All of our food is homogenized, pasteurized, sanitized, exposed to pesticides and herbicides and fungicides and ultraviolet radiation and ozone and all sorts of things. So what happens is the Friendly Flora, that's a friendly part of the food we eat and part of our food supply, it's not available to us anymore in our food supply. And then even worse, the way we live in sanitizing and cleaning our houses and all the chemicals that are part of the household products we use, it's not available there. So it's become, and then when you think inside our body, all the products we take for our digestive health, the antacids, the proton pump inhibitors, these are things that affect the pH, the acidity and alkalinity of our digestive system, which changes the environment for our Friendly Flora. And if you want to understand what Friendly Flora really is, these are not ingredients that work on our body, not like a nutrient or something our body uses to do work. These are living things that if you think there's about, what is it, I think 3 trillion cells in our body, you know how many individual microorganisms there are in our gut? Just our digestive system. Not 3 trillion. How about 100 trillion? And that doesn't talk about our sort of our nasopharyngeal respiratory system, that doesn't talk about that part of our body, or our reproductive system. And we were talking about this earlier, that women know firsthand how critically important friendly flora are, probiotics are, because women have learned if they take an antibiotic, subsequently they can end up with a yeast infection. And why is that? Because the friendly flora got wiped out. The friendly flora that was protecting them previously, got wiped out by the antibiotic. And that imbalance, there was an opportunistic yeast infection that followed. So our friendly flora, again, are an inextricable part of who we are. Absorbing nutrients, friendly flora, part of that process. Digesting food, regularity. Friendly flora are part of that process. So it's not as though they're friendly flora, a drug that's curing us of these ailments and woes. They're just part of how we have all functioned since the beginning of time. And in the last 100 years or so, it's a new time. It has nothing to do with how we've lived before. And the victim of that, certainly we're the victim of those changes. We talk about that all the time. But our friendly flora, an even greater victim of all those changes.
And I do want to mention, there are 2 today's specials, so we'll talk more, of course, about friendly flora. But the other choice, if you'd like to order both, and most of us are stocking up on both today, the other choice is resveratrol. And the resveratrol has a very unique formula. I think we've only done this once before. So the formula includes grapeseed, it includes green tea, it includes pomegranate, along with the world's finest resveratrol. It's four products in one. Each of those individual products would cost what you're spending for the whole Today Special. So we'll talk more about that, but the resveratrol product is highly comprehensive. Again, to get grapeseed, to get EGCG from green tea, and to get pomegranate, all in that same resveratrol formula. Talk about a powerhouse of a product. So you want to live and be healthier. These 2 products together, I mean, you know you need to be taking a friendly flora. We all understand the importance of a probiotic, but not all probiotics are created equal. These are the probiotics that will work, that we want to be taking. You don't have to refrigerate them. They're obviously easy to take and all of that. So if you have ever wanted to take a probiotic, this is the one to take. If you want to try the resveratrol, I'm buying both because I take both all the time. Except the resveratrol, we don't usually have this formula. So I am super duper excited. Resveratrol is that ingredient that we know is from red wine. So we'll talk about that in a minute, but I wanted you to know there are 2 great things to talk about here.
And I'll just say something quickly on the resveratrol.
Okay.
Resveratrol 100, one of our most popular separate products. It's sort of the key ingredient in most anti-aging regimes. And what we did, normally we'll do a Today Special with resveratrol and 100 milligrams of resveratrol per capsule. What we did here is we just added 3 other botanicals for their anti-aging benefits. So it just makes the resveratrol on its own, you're saving $70 on the large size. And then you add to the fact that you're getting the green tea EGCG, 100 milligrams of green tea, standardized for 50 milligrams of EGCG, but 98 milligrams of polyphenols. Also our 40/40 extract of pomegranate, 100 milligrams of that, and also 100 milligrams of grapeseed extract. So you get all of that, no additives in our capsules, so you get all of that. So it makes a great resveratrol Today Special even better because you get all of those ingredients.
There we go. So that's the info on the resveratrol. If you'd like to pick that up, and we'll talk about that further, but I just wanted you to see. So those are the choices for the resveratrol. Here, holy moly, look at the savings on that resveratrol. Wow, that is unbelievable, because look what you would be spending individually for these products. The resveratrol by itself is $160, so there are the choices. So we'll talk more about that. I just kind of wanted you to know if you want to order both, you absolutely can go for it. Okay.
And the savings are both, this is our anniversary month, so we tend to do our products where we have the best savings and our most popular products. Ultimate Friendly Flora, whether you get Ultimate Friendly Flora for your digestive system, whether you get it for your immune system, the one thing to remember about these ingredients, they are not ingredients that, as I said before, that work on your body or that your body uses to do work. What our Friendly Flora actually is, these are organisms, and as we look here, those are the actual names of those organisms. And if you look here, so our Lactobacillus acidophilus, that Lactobacillus acidophilus, that LA14 afterwards, that refers to the specific beneficial strain that has been recognized in the research and the science. And that that symbol mean it's greater than 10 billion colony-forming units. The bottle has greater than 25 billion colony-forming units in it. Then the next, Lactobacillus plantarum, that's LP115, again a specific strain that has been proven to be beneficial. Then Lactobacillus salivarius, LS33, greater than 5 billion colony-forming units. And last, Bifidobacterium lactis, that's a BI 04 and BI07. We use BL04 and BI07. We use two different strains of Bifidobacterium lactis. So combined, more than 25 billion colony-forming units per capsule.
Wow.
But again, you have to realize that without friendly flora, your digestive system is not going to be functioning well. Without friendly flora, probiotics in our body, your immune system can't function very well. And that's one of the issues that comes up when we take antibiotics. It's one of the issues for all the different medications we take. A lot of us take medications for GERD, gastric esophageal reflux disease. We take proton pump inhibitors. We take these ingredients that reduce our acid secretion. And unfortunately, when we do so, we change the pH in our stomach. We change this pH in our digestive system. That affects our friendly flora. Our antibiotics can wipe out our friendly flora. A number of things we do. Stress changes the populations and the balance of our friendly flora. So it's something that, and I'll read the reviews in a moment, it's something that you can't escape the fact that friendly flora are an integral part of who we are. We're 3 trillion cells. We're more than 100 trillion microorganisms called probiotics, our friendly flora. More than 100 trillion. They outnumber our cells, but they're part of who we are when we're at our best. So there's no escaping that fact. Even, I'll talk about it in a moment here, that's something called the gut-brain connection, or the gut-brain axis, that they're saying that because of this relationship we have built over millions of years, the friendly flora in our digestive system, that relationship even affects us neurologically. It affects how our brain functions. It affects our emotional balance. So these are things that are part of who we are when we're healthy, when we're at our best. And as I said in the blog that I wrote, if you have a friend, our closest friends tend to be most sensitive because they're close to us. Our friendly flora are close to us. They live with us. They're part of us. And they're sensitive. And most of the way we live nowadays doesn't really consider their best interests. And it's at our expense when we don't consider their best interests.
And you can see already more than 6,000 have been spoken for. So if you would like to stock up today, try Andrew's Friend. This is the ultimate. Remember, it has 5 times what the regular, I want to show you the chart one more time. So he has 2 different friendly flora products. This one has 5 times per capsule of the colony forming units. And that's why if you were buying his regular friendly flora, just the friendly flora, you would, to get what you're getting today, you would be spending $374.25 to get the 270 cap size. That's how much you'd be spending. You're saving $274 by buying the ultimate today and buying it at today's special price. And the ultimate, of course, means you are getting, as I said, 5 times. So that's why I think most of us and people are ordering the large one. If you take 1 a day, you are set for 270 days. And the most important thing, I think we all read about the importance of taking our probiotics, and you need to be taking the right probiotic. And the health benefits are profound. I mean, and as Andrew said, it's of course we understand for our digestive system. If you have been on an antibiotic, you've taken an antibiotic, you know how it completely throws our entire balance off. This keeps you balanced. And the truth is, we're not getting, I asked Andrew in his green room, I said, how else are we getting friendly flora in our system? How else do we get it if we are not taking a probiotic? And it's really hard to get these days due to the fact that the foods we eat are so, by the time they get to us, those flora type nutrients are gone, right?
No, they're, in fact, our food supply it's sanitized, it's cleaned. And the reason why we clean our food supply is because we want to avoid pathogens. And so we want to avoid unfriendly flora. We want to avoid pathogens. We want to avoid bacteria that are disease-causing bacteria. So what we've done, we've cleansed our food supply. We manufacture foods. Obviously, you're not going to find friendly flora in cookies or baked goods or things like that. So unless they're added in after the fact. So unfortunately, the way we eat to protect ourselves from bacteria and unfriendly flora, our food supply has been sanitized. If we're growing things out in our garden, or we're doing things, say, organically at our house, there's going to be natural friendly flora there. When I hate to say, when kids are out playing in the garden and they're playing in dirt, that's a natural way for us to be exposed to friendly flora. They talk about how children who have an opportunity to be out more in nature and things like that end up developing a better immune system. And part of our immune system is, in fact, the friendly flora that populate our body. But you can't underestimate the impact, it would be hard to do so, the fact that our friendly flora outnumbers the cells in our body. And that's in a healthy person. The friendly flora is going to outnumber the cells in our body. What I was going to read is just some charts that are quotes from the research. So this is not something, I've certainly been looking at this for over 20 years, but it took, I was talking about this before, it took me almost a decade to create this product, because we wanted to find a way to deliver the proper forms, the proper strains, and do it in a way that wouldn't require refrigeration. And that took a long time. It was the longest development cycle of any product I've ever offered. But this is a product that we arrived at it in the results. You could read the reviews. I don't think we've talked about the reviews, but I think, again, it's another example of a product that's almost
4.6.
Perfectly, almost a perfectly reviewed product. Between 4- and 5-star reviews, you're at close to 1,250 reviews, I guess.
1,400 it says.
Actually, close to 1,400 out of 1,436. And you'd be at, well, that's almost 1,300 reviews out of 1,436 are 4- and 5-star reviews.
Exactly.
So
it's pretty
that's
great.
pretty impressive. All but 100 are not 4- and 5-star reviews. But as we read some of the science, this is from a journal, Oxidative Medicine and Cellular Longevity, the gut microbiota. And that microbiota, that's the environment in our gut that these probiotics populate, plays various important functions for the host health, the host being us, because they're living with us. We're their host. Normally we treat our guests well. When it comes to our friendly flora, we typically don't. The gut microbiota is essential for the motility of the gastrointestinal tract. Motility, that's our normal movement of the gastrointestinal tract. Peristalsis, facilitating peristalsis, which peristalsis eventually results in elimination, regularity. And it's involved in the fortification of the barrier and in the maintenance of its homeostasis. And the barrier, that means keeping out the things we don't want to enter our body. In addition, protective functions are performed by the microbiota through competition with pathogens for nutrients and receptors and the production of antimicrobial molecules to avoid colonization by pathogens. Again, talking about the fact that our probiotics, our friendly flora, acts as a barrier against the things we don't want entering our body. Several diseases have been associated with an altered composition of this microbiota, such as obesity, coronary heart disease, diabetes, and inflammatory bowel disease. That part of being healthy is having a healthy population of friendly flora. On the other hand, an increase in the diversity of intestinal population improves metabolic and immunological functions. An increasing body of evidence suggests that gut microbiota can be modulated by different factors, such as infection, disease, diet, antibiotics, and exercise. And in turn, these modulations can affect some diseases. Again, that the way we populate our digestive system, we've always known this, as goes our digestive system, so goes our health. The gut microbiota is essential to maintain homeostasis and normal gut physiology, normal digestive function. Probiotics are food supplements containing live microorganisms, generally lactic acid bacteria, which give beneficial effects for the host, which is the goal of our product, but we give more than the lactic acid bacteria. And then these findings support the view that gut microbiota had health promotion, performance improvement, and anti-fatigue effects on the host during exercise in terms of energy balance and body composition. So it's there's no escaping the fact that these are beneficial. And I'll read some reviews also that talk about its effect on our brain, on our nervous system, and how we function as well in terms of our emotional balance.
And let me show you already, we're very busy. The largest size is definitely the #1 choice, but I do want to show you real quickly what the choices are, and then you decide if you want to order both products. Of course, you may. Most of us are, it's exciting to get 2 today's specials. Usually we focus on 1 product, so it's just kind of a special day, and we'll get to our second one in a little while. But the Ultimate Friendly Flora, a 30, a 60, a 120, a 270 count. If you were buying the regular Friendly Flora, which we also offer, you would be spending $374.25. Because this is the Ultimate, you are only spending $99.90. You're saving $274 today. That is what most people are stocking up on right here. However, you can also do the 120, the 60, or the 30. So I'll show you, even when we normally offer the Ultimate Friendly Flora, you still are getting it at half off, the large one. You're getting $100 off the 270. So we do this 1 time a year. It's the one chance to stock up. If you're already taking it and you love it, then restock it today. If you have not tried Andrew's, I love the fact that when you go to a health food store, for example, more often than not, their probiotics are in the refrigerator and you have to keep them refrigerated. I love that this one, you don't have to worry about refrigeration for this. So it's very unique and special in the way it's been manufactured and designed for us. And the key to it, of course, is that you're getting the proper benefits so that it's going to help with a healthy digestive system. And that's it. I mean, when we talk about the importance, you read about probiotics now everywhere. I mean, it's definitely something that I think people are recognizing the importance of keeping a healthy balance of Friendly Flora in your system, in your body. This is the easiest, most affordable way to do it today.
And when it comes to Friendly Flora, I mean, first of all, this is a 25 billion colony forming units per capsule. It's a bargain. The reason why we don't do super large sizes, even though ours is designed to not require refrigeration and be stable, we want to make sure that as you use this product, it's not going to lose its potency. So we want to make sure, we even put a shorter expiration date on this product than our typical products, most of which would have an expiration date closer to 3 years. Again, we put a shorter expiration date on this. So we want to make sure that you're getting at least 100% of the potency of the product at all times. That's the key to benefiting from any probiotic product. And I think most companies don't really take the formula, the potency as seriously as we did, and that's why this took almost a decade in development before I actually introduced it. And it's a product that once we introduced it, the response to this product has been incredible. I'll read some reviews, and then in a few moments we're going to switch to the resveratrol product and talk about that.
Perfect.
But as it says, wow. This stuff is great. We don't add the exclamation points or the capital letters. This is the only supplement that I have used that actually works. Like many people, I've tried so many supplements that just don't work. Literally within 15 minutes of taking my first dose, I could feel things moving, so to speak. No pain at all. I just could feel my bowels reacting in a good way. I'm now regular. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Very friendly. My husband and I have been using this product for about 10 months. This is the first time we ran out of it, and never again. We can't be without it, or our systems feel completely bloated. It helps to keep us regular and no more bloating. Love my Flora. I was without my Friendly Flora for about 2 weeks until my new shipment came in. It's amazing the difference I feel when I don't take it. In a previous review for the liver extracts, I noticed that with these products, my bloating issue is visibly better. We hear that all the time. Digestion, bloating. I can't stand the taste of yogurt. These are a perfect resolution to the problem. No side effects, easy to swallow, etc. I highly recommend. Plus, and I'll keep reading some in a second here, but just wanted to say, when it comes to yogurt and things like that, they don't specifically generally offer a declaration of potency, a declaration of the specific strains that are used. Unlike what we do here, where we tell you the strains that we've used, the 5 different strains that we use, the 25 billion colony-forming units that are present in each small capsule, and I could show you right here. Why don't I open a capsule quickly?
Yeah, they're so easy on your stomach. Obviously, you think about, as we get older, isn't it true, Andrew? We all deal with, digestion gets more difficult. difficult.
Well,
it just does. As we age, if we're under stress, it's harder.
The secretion of acid by our own body usually decreases. Even though we feel like our stomach is more acidic as we get older, actually we're just more sensitive to it, but we generally secrete less acid, which makes digestion more difficult because a lot of the enzymes require that highly acidic environment. What's interesting, so many of us have digestive challenges. That's why we might take a probiotic, but then you take a probiotic and it's in some rock-hard tablet, which is something you've got to digest. And why would you want to imprison these living organisms into some rock-hard tablet? So what we do, and you really get a sense of how unique our products are when you see this one, because it's really like dust.
And there's 25 billion.
Yeah. That's not
living
organisms. That's not additives. That's 25 billion colony-forming units of organisms there.
Isn't that amazing?
But and that really sums it up. It's like literally like dust. And the reason why is we want this to be immediately available, because the key to its success is it's kind of like planting seeds. When you go and plant seeds, if you grow anything in your garden or things like that, when you plant seeds, you don't put those seeds inside rocks. They wouldn't really grow. What you do is you plant seeds in a way, and you put them in the soil in whatever appropriate fashion for that plant at the right, the right density, and you put them in at the right level, so they're going to grow. The same thing. This is something we want to go in your body. Those are seeds. These are going to repopulate and reestablish the healthy balance of friendly flora in your body. So the last thing I would want to do is imprison it, slam it in tens of thousands of pounds of pressure that can generate heat, which is adverse to a product like this. So we want to make sure that you're getting these wonderful living partners that we've all had since the beginning of time. It's something we share with all our ancestors, was a healthy population. And if we might think that there are a lot of things better about life today than there were, say, thousands or tens of thousands of years ago, but the one thing that was probably better then was a healthier population and balance of friendly flora. When we have sanitized our world to wipe out infectious diseases, unfortunately, what we've done is we've taken our friendly flora with it. And that's a problem.
It makes sense. If you, again, deal with digestive issues, if you want to keep your immune system healthier, this is your product. And this is the time of year, actually, when we tax our immune system more. As the weather changes, we're indoors more. So this is a product that is just all about, probiotic means for life. This is just for a healthier life, a healthier well-being. Because when you keep your gut healthy, everything else falls into place better. So if you do deal and have trouble with digestion, you should be taking Andrew's probiotic. I want to show you what the choices are one more time so you can see for yourself. You decide the size you'd like us to send you. It's a 30, a 60, a 120, or a 270. It's very simple. We put FlexPay, by the way, on these three sizes are all in FlexPay, so it's super affordable to get at home. And you can see you're saving half off today as a great Today Special price. And the other chart shows you, because this is ultimate friendly flora pricing.
Right.
And this is friendly flora.
This is versus friendly flora. But what's fascinating is, I was saying this earlier today, you could basically take, if you're typically taking friendly flora, you could take one capsule a week pretty much. One capsule every 5 days of ultimate friendly flora, which is just an incredible, incredible savings and value. And you're getting the same amount of colony-forming units. This is a product, I take it every day, just one capsule every day of ultimate friendly flora, but you're still going to get a benefit even if you took one capsule a week, versus not getting any reliable source of friendly flora, of probiotics whatsoever. So certainly you could take it in a fashion that works best for you and works best also, of course, for your budget. So even at if you got a smaller size, you could take one capsule a week or 2 capsules a week, whatever might work for your budget. As I said, 1 capsule per day works best for me. I tend to take this product at the end of the day. Many folks, I take my cranberry at the end of the day.
You too.
And I take my ultimate friendly flora at the end of the day. But we all do what works for us. But the savings on this product and the unique formulation of this product. I think we were the first to introduce, and this is at least more than a decade ago, we were the first to introduce a Friendly Flora product that didn't require refrigeration. It took a lot of work to accomplish that, but that's what we have here today.
Alrighty, so if you're ordering it, there's a clock on your screen. We have another today's special we're going to talk about next. We'll be talking about resveratrol next, but if you'd like to get, that's the beauty of a today's special. You're getting the best value ever. Friendly Flora, we do one time a year, so this is our best time ever to buy it. And then resveratrol, it's been years since we've done a resveratrol formula like this and as a today's special, so that's going to be coming up shortly. We'll be giving you more details on that one.
And I'm just going to read some more reviews, and I encourage you to read the reviews at hsn.com. Again, these are not drugs or medicines, even though other folks offering them, you'd swear they were selling drugs or medicines the way they talk about them. What this is, it's a part of our body that's been part of our body since the beginning of time. And in recent times, the way we live, the way we use, the way our food supply is created, they're no longer part of us in a healthy fashion, in a healthy balance. So just reading a couple more reviews. Great product, another lengthy review. I love this product. I've been taking it for about 2 years. I've also recommended it to several friends who are having digestive and bowel issues. My issues were indigestion, incomplete stool elimination, gas, and reflux. I'm 66 years old and never had trouble with any of these issues before I had both my knees replaced. I think that all the NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, and that's, you know, NSAIDs can really disrupt our digestive system. They're highly acidic, irritating. I was prescribed, messed up my GI system. I use many of Andrew's products and have used them for years. If you have GI issues of any kind, try this. You will know in a week or two, and you have a 100 days money-back guarantee. It only took me a couple of days to feel a marked difference. I strongly recommend.
Excellent. What a good review.
My best friend. I used these for about a month, and I felt they really didn't do much of anything. At the time, I was drinking more water and eating more veggies. Well, I ran out, and sure enough, I realized they were doing more than I thought. So I ordered some more. My new best friend is Ultimate Friendly Flora from Laura in Is that Michigan? I think it's Michigan. Yeah. That's always the hard one. Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi.
Maine.
Mississippi is MS and Maine is ME. They really work. I had terrible constipation. This has made me regular. I was in the hospital on so many antibiotics. We know how awful it is for you to be on too many antibiotics. They can wipe out your Friendly Flora. They certainly damage and disrupt it. Well, I made sure to take my Friendly Flora, and wow, what a difference. I didn't have problems at all like I did when I didn't take it. I wish more doctors would teach patients about the importance of probiotics. Thank you, Andrew, for being honest about your products. You're awesome. Not all probiotics are equal. Andrew's truly work. Give them a try. You won't regret it. In fact,
bravo.
I waited a decade to introduce this because until I knew it could be offered unrefrigerated, I wouldn't offer it.
Excellent.
Works well, no gassy backlash. I think this is one of the best probiotics I've used. Most will give you terrible gas and leave you feeling uncomfortable, but not this one from Nodi in Texas. That's often the case with yogurt. What I do is, if I'm having yogurt, I have sheep's yogurt. Sheep's yogurt is so much easier to digest. It's the best. And it's now you can find it in most stores. So sheep yogurt is great. From Marie in Illinois, Friendly Flora. I use this on and off. However, every time I use it and go to the doctor conducts a scraping and reviews the scraping under his telescope, probably microscope. He always comments very good bacteria and shows me what he's referring to. This only happens when I'm using the Friendly Flora.
How about that?
Really works. This product really works for me, and it's worth the money. I went back to the regular Friendly Flora after trying the Ultimate, and there was a noticeable difference. I won't do that again. Dan in Arizona, again, 5 times the potency. 500% more. So great. I love all Andrew's products. I use many of them. I wouldn't be without these. They just calm everything down. When I forgot to take them, I know it. I bought these, I bought some for my daughter after she had surgery on her colon. Probiotics were recommended by her doctor, and I wanted to be sure she had the very best kind. Andrew rocks. Thank you.
How nice. You know, that is the bottom line. I mean, these are people that took the time to share those experiences. That's just a snippet. There's over 1,000 reviews just like that. People who are taking this and love this product. It's making a world of difference. Hey, let's all admit it. When your digestion isn't working properly, you're miserable. right? I mean, it's pretty hard to be happy and comfortable when your digestive system is not functioning properly. And in order to have healthy digestion, you need to have the proper balance of probiotics. I think what's nice about this, it has the 5 strains that Andrew talked about. This is the probiotic we want to be taking. This is the one that really has us covered. And the fact that it doesn't have to be refrigerated, it does not upset your stomach. In fact, quite to the contrary, it's the exact opposite of that. So if you'd like to try it, best day to do it, but we do have 2 Today Specials today, as you know. So I'm gonna change out my cards here because I want you now to see the value we're offering on resveratrol. And I'm excited because I love resveratrol, I take resveratrol, but now the new formula, and this is just for the Today Special, has resveratrol, it has EGCG from green tea, in the formula, that's EGCG 100. It also has grapeseed 100, and on top of that, it has pomegranate 100. So it has all 3 additional products on top of Andrew's incredible resveratrol 100, so it's a 4-in-1.
This would be an amazing Today Special if it were just resveratrol. But as I've said before, and there are other ingredients that don't get quite as much press as resveratrol, but in terms of science, there's an abundance of science on them, and we'll go over all of that. But so what we did here today is you get great Today Special pricing on resveratrol. The normal price on the large size, I think, would be $169.90 for resveratrol. It's $99.90, but then basically the grapeseed extract is free. The pomegranate 40/40 extract is free. And you also, in addition to that, get the green tea extract standardized for EGCG, essentially for free as well.
Let me show you this real quickly because this chart explains it too. We have lots of choices here. You pick whether you want the Try Me at a 30, a 60, a 180. Most of us are going here. We're going to order the 360. If you were buying the 4 products separately, you would be spending $348.50. Right? You'd be spending almost $350. Today, for $99, you're getting all 4 products in 1 capsule. You're saving almost $250, $126.45 or $30 depending on the size. To give you another illustration of that, so for example, the largest bottle, just the resveratrol on its own, is normally a $160 value. That is what we normally charge. That's why I'm so excited, because I usually buy just the resveratrol. That's a $160 item. Well, guess what? Now you're getting grapeseed extract, and again, you're getting a full, huge, a supply of that. That would be a $90 value. Then you're getting the EGCG, the green tea EGCG. That's another $50. And then you're getting pomegranate. That's another $50. So that's where the savings is huge. And that's why we're all going to, most people are going to order that large one if you can, because for $99, this is the biggest, greatest value that Andrew has ever done on resveratrol.
And what's great is we all have been seeing the science, the research. A lot of beauty products now contain resveratrol. Unfortunately, resveratrol being put on the outside of your body, I'm not aware of it delivering benefits when put on the outside of your body, but there is an abundance of science in terms of resveratrol delivering benefits on the inside of the body when it's delivered in that fashion. What's fascinating is with all the thousands of articles published on resveratrol in recent years, there's even more articles published on green tea and the EGCG present in green tea. So it just ethically, I feel if I'm offering resveratrol, I really need to offer the green tea as well. And so but you're not really having to pay for that, because the $99.90 for 100 milligrams of resveratrol is a great bargain. And you're also getting the green tea EGCG as well. And then you get the pomegranate, and you also get the grapeseed, all of which have great science, and all of which are very popular products. So I was just going to go over the basic formula so you could see it in black and white. So again, we don't put additives in our products. You get the beneficial ingredients you seek, and that's it. That's why we get so much. I might as well show everyone. You get so much in a small capsule. So it's a small, easy to swallow capsule, but you get so much of all of those ingredients.
That's the natural color.
Yeah, what you're seeing there is the natural color of the resveratrol. But again, you're also seeing kind of that amberish color. That's a bit of the pomegranate. So you're getting all of them. You're getting pomegranate, you're getting grapeseed, that's the natural color. That's it. There's nothing else added there. And it's, again, an ultra fine powder. Now you see my hand will be that color. So it's, again, 100% pure. You're just getting the ingredients you seek, which that alone differentiates my products from every other product on the market, because a typical manufacturer, well, most supplements aren't manufactured by the company whose label is on the bottle. Most supplements are made by someone else, by a contract manufacturer. We make everything ourselves. We don't put additives in. There's no lubricants or flowing agents, no binders or fillers, nothing else but what you want. And that's the reason why when we make a resveratrol product, the normal resveratrol product is in a teeny tiny capsule. But we just used a slightly larger capsule, still very small, but that slightly larger capsule enabled us, because there's no additives, to give you all these other beneficial ingredients, which you could see here. You get the 100 milligrams of resveratrol. It's actually from a 50% standardized extract of something called Polygonum cuspidatum. That's the technical scientific name for something called Japanese knotweed. Before we discovered the resveratrol available from Japanese knotweed, all of us, what we had to do is we'd have to give you about 5 milligrams at most from a grape or red wine extract. So that really empowered us to make products that deliver high levels of resveratrol. My original products with resveratrol in them 20 years ago contained less than 5 milligrams. So now you're getting 20 times more. You're getting green tea extract, 98% polyphenols, so you're getting 98 milligrams of polyphenols, of which 50 are epigallocatechin gallate, EGCG. Then you're getting our pomegranate extract standardized for 40% ellagic acid, and 40% punicalagins. And then you're getting our grapeseed extract, which is 95% polyphenol. So when you look at all of these things, there are all these extracts that are standardized to be almost 100% beneficial ingredients, because normally grapeseed is not 95% polyphenols. Normally green tea, and actually I have some great charts here that break down some of the beneficial ingredients, comparing them to here.
Okay. And in the meantime, look at that. We have now hit the 10,000 mark. More than 10,000 today's specials have already been spoken for. The vast majority of people are ordering the large choice, whether you're going with, and most people are also ordering both. So a lot of you are stocking up today. You're ordering your Ultimate Friendly Flora. You are ordering the new formula. This is a very special, unique formula. It's literally 4 products in one. Talk about a powerhouse of antioxidants. Oh my goodness.
Well, really,
I mean, that is power punched right there.
I like to talk more in terms of anti-aging. These protective compounds, some of their benefits are as antioxidants, but they go far beyond that. That's just one sort of chemical mechanism that we've defined as being beneficial, which it is. But what I wanted to show here was some equivalence. When you look at the levels of resveratrol in each capsule, not multiple, but in each capsule, red wine, 142 to 166 cups of red wine, the equivalent of over 2,000 cups of white wine. And that's not, a glass of white wine is 3.5 ounces. So cups is significantly more.
Isn't it amazing how much healthier red wine is then than white wine?
Well, in terms of health, yeah, they both contain the same relative
calories,
amount of alcohol, but the levels of polyphenols in red wine, if you're drinking wine for purposes of its health benefits, then red wine is the better way to go. It's better to drink red wine than to drink white wine. But as we look there, that was the resveratrol. Now, if we look at the next chart, will be, I believe, green tea. So each capsule is the equivalent of 1 to 1.5 cups of green tea, 1.5 to 2 cups of orange pekoe tea. In terms of EGCG, black tea, 2 to 2.5 cups of black tea, and 4 to 4.5 cups of Earl Grey tea. Not my Earl Grey, because my Earl Grey is green tea. But so there you see, and then that's each capsule in terms of green tea. And then in terms of ellagic acid and punicalagins, the pomegranate equivalent, 3 3/4 cups of, or 5 cups, relatively speaking, of pomegranate juice, meaning almost 500 calories to equal the ellagic acid, 740 calories to equal the punicalagins. So again, whether you're talking about the resveratrol, whether you're talking about the green tea, or whether you're talking about the pomegranate, in terms of equivalence, these are not things that you're going to encounter on a daily basis unless you are a regular green tea drinker, a regular red wine drinker, and you're not going to drink hundreds of glasses of red wine. And in terms of pomegranate juice, as delicious as it is, I don't think we want to be consuming 500 or 700 calories a day.
Yeah, and grapeseed, I mean, most of us aren't eating grape seeds.
Oh, grape seeds are not delicious, so we're typically not eating grape seeds. And grape seeds happen to be what makes grape seeds so unique are the OPCs. that's a special type of these oligomeric proanthocyanidins. It's a mouthful, these OPCs, but it's a very special type of protective compound, especially protective for the circulation in our body, and that's what I was talking about, more than just an antioxidant. These are anti-aging ingredients. And just so we get a sense that these are not ingredients that I've discovered. These are the subject of serious scientific research, review, exploration. More than 5,200 papers have been published on resveratrol. More than 2,400 of those studies have involved humans or human tissues. More than 660 clinical trials, reviews, and systematic reviews have also been published. So there's been a very serious review done on resveratrol. And remember I said green tea, surprisingly, even more. So as exciting as resveratrol is as an anti-aging ingredient, more than 6,000 papers have been published on green tea. More than 2,850 of those studies have involved humans or human tissues. More than 1,000 clinical trials, reviews, and systematic reviews have also been published. And what's exciting about resveratrol, and really in terms of EGCG and green tea, is what I call the epidemiology. When you look at large populations and you look at the intake of, say, protective polyphenols, those large populations benefit in terms of health, in terms of wellness, in terms of their anti-aging benefits. And that's what I think the best research is, not necessarily in a laboratory, which is relevant and fascinating, but in terms of looking at the behaviors of large populations and looking at how they benefit from certain behaviors and looking at how certain behaviors are high risk. And the intake of polyphenols like these are beneficial behaviors.
It just makes sense. And as Andrew points out, we're not getting this in our diet. We're really not. I mean, we're not drinking hundreds of cups of red wine. If you have a glass of red wine, that's one thing. Nobody's drinking hundreds of cups. That is equivalent to what's in one capsule. And then same with the grape seed extract. And again, all of those wonderful benefits, we're not eating grape seeds. We're not getting that in our diet. Now you're getting it. Same with the pomegranate. We're not drinking, you know, cups and cups and cups of pomegranate juice every day. We're just not doing it. I mean, that's the key, is you get, and I love how Andrew said it, because beyond antioxidant, this is anti-aging, because oxidizing is aging. And so the key here is that these are the things that's why people understand the importance when you hear, they talk all about resveratrol and the importance of the anti-aging benefits and how healthy it is for us. So this is the easiest way to get the benefits of all 4 of those ingredients in one little capsule. For $99, you have a whole year's supply here. If you get the big bottle, $99, we are going to send you 360 capsules. So you're covered. Yeah, a year's supply that breaks down to pennies a day. And it's just the peace of mind you get knowing that you're doing all those great things for your body every single day. It's exciting. I love that you did both these products together. These are great.
What's fun even with the resveratrol, because it's so much, it's delivering levels of polyphenols that unfortunately are not typically found in healthy diets anymore. When you're talking about those kinds of levels, even if, again, we want to work within our budget, so even today's special is always the best time to get any of these products. As the original manufacturer of the product, it's a time for us that's most affordable for us to make it. So that's when you get to save the most. But when you look at this product, even if you took it every other day, you'd be getting on average, you'd then be getting 50 milligrams of resveratrol, you'd be getting 50 milligrams of green tea extract, you'd be getting 50 milligrams of our special pomegranate extract, and you'd be getting 50 milligrams of grapeseed extract, all high levels. So that's just taking it every other day. I take these ingredients every day, and these are the levels I seek every day. That's why this product is such a perfect balance of all the best sources of polyphenols, and they're very, very different. The ellagic acid and the punicalagins are very different from the OPCs, the oligomeric proanthocyanidins in grapeseed, which are very different from EGCG and its related compounds in green tea. So this is something that delivers a broad cross-section, a comprehensive selection of the most important protective anti-aging ingredients that are available from plants. Again, these are not synthetic. These are just extracts from plants. And what's amazing about them is grapeseed is not inherently 95% protective compounds. It's just that our extract is. we concentrate those protective compounds probably about 50-fold. Pomegranate is not naturally, as you can see, that little capsule, the pomegranate we have in there, it's the equivalent of almost 1,000 calories of pomegranate juice.
Exactly.
So, and the green tea in here is the equivalent, just in terms of EGCG, the most important compound, it's the equivalent of a couple of cups of tea. So when you contemplate what's in that little capsule, and it is a little capsule,
Yeah.
that's the
and
little
as you
capsule.
said, it's hundreds of glasses of wine.
It's, well, in red wine, hundreds, white wine, thousands. So, and again, until the discovery of Polygonum cuspidatum, the Japanese knotweed, it's the root from that plant that had the exact same molecule, and it has to be the proper form of resveratrol once again, the exact same molecule as red wine, but at hundreds and hundreds of times the concentration. That's where all of a sudden we were able to deliver these clinical levels, these research-based levels of resveratrol. And today you get resveratrol at its today special price, but instead of using fillers, because my products are all pure, we give you the benefits of 3 of the other most important anti-aging, natural anti-aging compounds.
I love it. I want to show you one more time. We're busy taking your calls. I'm so happy you're here with us. Most people are ordering both, and most people are ordering the largest bottle. But to remind you, you decide, we'll send you any of these sizes that you'd like, a 30, a 60, a 180, a 360. These 3 sizes, even the 60, is on FlexPay. So these are all on FlexPay. You can pick the size you'd like, but most of us are going here. Why? Because for $99.90, if you were buying the 4 products separately, you'd be spending $348, $196.75, or $48.81, depending on, you know, which your choice would be. So clearly, most of us are going with the biggest choice, and I want to show you one other chart here because this helps break it down. Now, this is the 360 bottle. If you were buying 360 capsules of just Andrew's resveratrol, you're at $159.90. If you buy 360 capsules of just the grapeseed extract, that would be another $90. The green tea EGCG would be around $50, and the pomegranate 40/40 would be around $50 as well. So that's where this is really significant, because these are products that we all hear about, we all read about, we all know the anti-aging, the antioxidant benefits of taking these, and now it's all in one easy to swallow capsule, just like that.
I think we might have done a Today Special for resveratrol, and perhaps on its own as many as 15 years ago. And it might have been $99.90, I'm not sure, but that was more than a decade ago, and it didn't include all these other ingredients. So it's amazing how far, like CoQ10, it's amazing how far we've come in taking ingredients that were typically extremely expensive and just making them more and more affordable. I was just going to read a little bit of the research. I have great charts on EGCG, on pomegranate, but just the science on resveratrol is exciting. It's from a scientific journal called Cell Cycle. Resveratrol is one such polyphenol. That's the family of molecules. A poly meaning multiple, phenols, it's a carbon ring structure that is typical of these protective compounds, on which over 2,000 papers have been published, and now we know it's more than that. Resveratrol has a long history of serving mankind and is one of the major constituents of red wine. Clinical interventions in aging. Resveratrol is a potent member of the class of natural plant-derived chemicals known as polyphenols. The biologically potent polyphenol resveratrol has wide-ranging effects on diverse biological processes in cells. From another journal, Molecular Nutrition and Food Research, and I try to get all sorts of different scientific journals to give you a sense of how carefully and how comprehensively examined this is. We believe the evidence is sufficiently strong to conclude that a single dose of resveratrol is able to induce beneficial physiologic responses. A single dose. Wow. And that either weeks or months of resveratrol supplementation produces physiologic changes that are predictive of improved health, especially in clinical populations with compromised health.
Oh, nice.
I mean, that's a pretty, what does it basically say here? A single dose has an impact. Right. But weeks or months have beneficial effects on health, and even more in people who need it most. Right. From molecular nutrition and food research. This molecule, resveratrol, has received considerable attention for its antioxidant properties, as well as its ability to increase lifespan in lower organisms and improve general health in mammals. So it's been observed in lower organisms consistently to improve lifespan.
Wow.
The Journal of Biological Chemistry, each time we have a different journal. Resveratrol, a small molecule found in red wine, is reported to slow aging in simple eukaryotes, which is a simple type of cell. Eukaryotes are more plant-based, and has been suggested as a potential calorie restriction mimetic imitator. In fact, we know, if we've read the research, have followed anything, they talk about it in newspapers and magazines, that caloric restriction is a way of increasing lifespan that's been observed in almost all animals. Hasn't yet been thoroughly proven in humans, although those of us who do overeat, we definitely have a shorter lifespan. But caloric restriction is something that the biochemical changes, the physiologic changes of caloric restriction, on a biochemical level, it seems that resveratrol is able to imitate that. So it's a way to perhaps get the benefits physiologically of caloric restriction without having to actually restrict calories. Resveratrol, an antioxidant polyphenol from red wines, has been the subject of intense interest in recent years due to a range of unique anti-aging properties. That's from the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology. From Cell Cycle, aging is a complex process that involves various biochemical changes in the organism over time. We all know that. Resveratrol was found to consistently prolong the lifespan of the animal species when tested in the laboratory.
How about that?
I could go on and on and on, but I think in terms of, even if we can't conclude reliably that resveratrol will extend the lifespan in humans, what we have observed in both humans and all other species is that it does have an impact on physiology. It's a beneficial protective compound that's been observed over and over again in research.
Okay, before our hour is through here, I wanted to remind you that that's just one of our today's specials. There's so much more we could share. In fact, there are hundreds of perfect reviews. If you have a minute to go to hsn.com and go read the reviews on resveratrol, it's exciting.
Yeah,
it's
this
impressive.
is a product that we don't show frequently. So
Right, we don't.
Out of 594 reviews, about almost exactly 500 of them are 5 and 4 star.
That's right, exactly.
So
that's pretty great. So go check those out if you can, but I did want to remind you there is another today's special that we talked about earlier. This is the Ultimate Friendly Flora that is also available. Stephen, our producer, was telling me that of the well over 11,000 that have been ordered, over 8,000 of those orders are the largest size, whether you're doing the 270 count in the Ultimate Friendly Flora or whether you're doing the 360 count in the resveratrol with that additional
and just looking at the math there, at $59.90 you get 120 capsules. At $99.90, you're getting 270. So you're getting more than double. You're getting another 30 capsules. And again, the reason why we don't do super large sizes is we want to make sure that these products stay perfectly stable. This is something that we rolled out initially over a decade ago, and I think we were the first to create a product that was reliable in terms of not requiring refrigeration. So if you're looking for something to support, and we didn't talk about the immune system at all, we really talked about the digestive system, but this is an integral part of how our immune system works. They're found in they're found in our mouth, our nose, our respiratory tract. They're found in our urinary tract, our blood. Unfortunately, as the way we live, we are undermining the health of these organisms, and in so doing, not just our digestion, but the way our immune system functions. So I'll talk about the immune system more tomorrow.
Excellent. And then, so that's it. So those are the two choices. If you want to do Friendly Flora, we'll do a final wrap up on the resveratrol. If you tuned in late, there will be an encore presentation. Oh, and one more we're going to chat about briefly.
We got carried away with these two today's specials. So I'll talk about this either tomorrow or I'll talk about it Monday. But just many folks have requested, we have our cinnamon, we also have our berberine, which is another product, but cinnamon, in terms of a product to support healthy blood glucose metabolism, blood sugar metabolism, and healthy insulin metabolism. Our cinnamon extract has been specifically designed following the research, and the reviews on this product, again, it's almost a perfectly reviewed product. I'll talk about it either at length tomorrow.
4.7, wow.
Yeah, 499 out of 602 are 5-star. So between 551 out of 602 are 4 or 5-star reviews. So that you know that's a product that delivers in terms of an issue that as Americans we're struggling with and suffering from, is how do we manage our blood sugar and manage healthy insulin metabolism. And berberine is another ingredient we have that works alongside cinnamon perfectly as well.
Wonderful. It's a perfect time to stock up, take advantage of the anniversary pricing, and throw the cinnamon into your shopping cart. It's another one, if you do have a minute to go read some of those reviews. It's really inspiring to see people sharing personal life experiences and life-changing experiences just from taking the right vitamins.
We only have a few hundred in each size of the cinnamon.
Very good.
So hopefully we'll be able to get more in if I'm going to be talking about it tomorrow or Monday.
Okay, excellent. So lots of choices here for you. The today's specials are both still available. If you tuned in late, if you're on the West Coast and you're just getting in, we're going to be doing an encore presentation.
And we're fine on quantity. That will change tomorrow, but we're fine on quantity on both.
We are. They say that I think something like 80% of the orders are on the larger bottles in our today's special. So that's the great news. So get both if you'd like. Pick your favorite. If you would like an encore presentation, we have one coming up for you. I know Andrew's back at noon.
Back at noon
Eastern
tomorrow and then 8 p.m. So we just only have 2 more shows and that's it.
That's it.
Yep.
So we'll see you tomorrow for sure, or I guess it's officially today. We'll see you a little bit later.
We'll see you.
But in the meantime, keep ordering your favorite and we will check in with you next. There is an encore presentation, so stick around if you'd like to learn more about 2 fantastic day specials. See you tomorrow.
At HSN, we have more gifts than ever before, so it's the perfect time to get your HSN card. Save $20 when you apply and are approved. Plus, get extra flex on all the items you love with VIP financing for those larger purchases. Get an additional $10 off your next purchase when you receive your new card in the mail. All